Hey everyone, it's me, Rob MX. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, but yeah, I'm mostly just going to be doing controller modding. I already modified my Switch Pro controller, as I think most of you can see, but I'm going to go over what I really did with it, and I'm probably going to open up some other controllers like this one, like this PowerA controller, and because I think some of you may have noticed this D-pad, if I can get a bit closer, it's actually a Wii U Pro Controller D-pad, so I'm gonna open up this Wii U Pro Controller again and show you that about this thing. But that's basically most what I'm doing this stream. I'll probably do some other controller modding, like GameCube controller. I'm also taking song requests. I'm taking song requests, as you can see down there. So, but that's basically most of the stream, because I got this GameCube controller I modified to add in a Wii nunchuck stick, but that's But I'm mostly going to be tackling on this Pro Controller, and I'm also going to be showing people what you can do to modify it. I think there's also a few other things that I have in here. Let's see. Yeah. All right. But this is basically it. So let me just open up this. What you're really most of the time, most of this is just really Phillips head screws. So you really don't need. So for the Switch Pro Controller, you just need Phillips head screws, and I'm gonna play some songs right now, so that way it's not just silently and just me talking most of the time. Let me lower that down real quickly. But yeah, also you want a safe place to keep all these hidden small screws. So what I'm mostly doing instead is that I would get one of these battery holders and just take out all the batteries in it and just place it in there for now. It's much more convenient, and this is what I've been doing. So you got 2 screws for each of the handles. They come off very easily. So just screw these off. Just place them right there. And now we got four silver screws. I don't know, you can see that there's one right there, or one right here, but it's kind of hard to see sometimes. With this low quality camera, it's the best I can do. So just unscrew these. Sometimes they don't come out, and that's perfectly fine. You don't actually have, it doesn't come off with much force. Sometimes you could just leave the screws in there, and that'll be a good idea. But for what we're trying to do right here, actually, and then simply just apply your fingernail under there, and it pops off like that. Now, because you want to be careful with the screws, I just dropped, one of them just dropped out. You want to just keep it in a safe spot, but there it is. Yeah, so just keep the screws safely in the spot, or in the controller shell. So I'm just going to put this aside for now. So let's just put this aside for now. And then the battery. So a little known fact, apparently, that I found out that Nintendo did was, this is actually the Wii U Pro Controller battery that I have inserted here. It's hard to tell because this thing, the Droid, what I'm using right now from a webcam, it's not filtering out. It seriously is not showing, but let me see if I can upscale this real quickly. Doesn't matter, but yeah, this is a Wii U Pro Controller battery that I have inserted, and you can actually and it fits perfectly inside the Switch Pro Controller if you just place it in upside down like this. It fits perfectly and it still turns on. If I hit a button right here, you can see the lights turn on. But that's not what we're here mostly about. Then let's just put this battery aside, just right here, I guess, for now. So these handles I'm gonna place aside for now as well. And then there are 5 screws you gotta take out in the Switch Pro Controller. Right here, there's one right here. There's this one in the middle, and then there's one more right here. So let's just take those out real quickly. And be careful when you're taking these out. Sometimes the screw doesn't pop out, and it just gets stuck in there. And don't worry about that too much from my experience, but it does tend to happen. So let's just take these out. Pops out. And you want to make sure you organize your screws, like, so that way you remember where, like, what screws go for where. Like, you don't need to actually, like, just keep it in organized order, kind of like this, like, so that way you know which screws go where. It doesn't matter about where they exactly went, just the type of screw that they were using. So we just unscrew 4 screws right there. There's one more, which is in right here. So let me just take that out. There it is. There we go. Yeah, that's the 5th screw. It's kind of blurry on camera, but this is the best I got. So then now this part, if you're first taking this Pro Controller, if you're first taking it off part of your Pro Controller, this part is going to be a bit scary because there is like some really strong glue on here at first. Like, it's under these two parts. It's under these 2 parts of the handle, which I already took it apart so many times that I'm going to show you. Like, it comes off much easier than originally you anticipated. Now, this is what it looks like. Like, there's a ribbon cable here, and your best option here is to actually get a pair of tweezers or use your finger. I personally like to use a pair of tweezers and just take out the ribbon cable. So you want to actually take out the ribbon cable from this end. And the reason why I'm saying this end is because while this end is much better, it's much easier to take out, it's actually a lot harder to put back in. While this one right here is much easier. So we just use the tweezers, pull it out, just unlatch this black part, like unlatch this black part right there. Like right here, you just simply just pull it up, and then you just pull this out, and there you go, it comes off easily. You don't have to worry about this now too much. But also, I just wanted to emphasize that I actually do have the official Wii U Pro Controller sticks. These are actually like PlayStation 4 sticks that I got, like gray PlayStation 4 sticks. And the official Switch Pro Controller sticks are right here. The thing is that I think you can see, like, I don't know if you can see this very well, but the Switch Pro Controller sticks actually are a bit taller. So you're gonna actually have to if I were to just place these on, like, they fit perfectly, and you have to just align this correctly, so then it just fits like this. But the thing is, in these, I added a little tiny piece of paper in there. I don't know, it's hard to see, I guess, on this camera. I'm planning to see, like, maybe depending on what I feel like these kind of streams do. Like, there's a tiny piece of paper in here, so let me just pop it out real quickly, like, with this screwdriver. Oh, damn it. There we go. Like, there's a tiny piece of paper I got, like, locked in there, so if I just tweezer to pull it out. If I use a tweezer to pull it out, this is what a piece of paper looks like. And here's the thing, there's a reason I actually added this. So the actual PS4 stick is pretty short, and this becomes an issue when you place on the shelf. Like, the reason why I'm saying this is because, like, well, this is how short it is actually on the actual shell, and if you were to move it all the way to the edge, it rubs against the shell. It's not going to go have that full motion, and that's actually a bad thing. So what you want to do instead, it is add a tiny piece of paper. You can use any piece of paper. What I use is just simple, like, printer paper, and just ripped a tiny piece of it and just stuffed it in there into here. And now it's like, when I place it back on, like this. And let me just put it on the shell real quickly, so that way I can show you. Well, like, when I place it on there, now it doesn't rub against now this thing doesn't rub against the shell, and that's what we want. So that way we have still all that motion without that sticky, without that feeling of us rubbing against the shell. Otherwise, you're gonna wear down your control stick and your controller shell much easier, like much quicker, and you don't get the full motion of it. So let's just take this off and put. Let's just take this off and put the other stick back. Let's put this other stick back on. So I already did it here. So there's a tiny piece of paper in there. You don't need very much. You just need and it goes trial by error. Trial and error. You can't get it right the first try, and that's perfectly fine. If it's too short, you can try it again to add another tiny piece of paper in there. Like, it's not much, but it will fit once eventually. Like, the reason I did this originally was because you guys, I don't think any of you can see this correctly, but my original Switch Pro controller thumbstick is pretty messed up. Like, I have a picture of it. Man, Spectrum Internet has been having problems lately, but that's it. Like, mostly that's the reason why I actually have this Pro controller mod. Let's see, what was it? This Discord message I got. Oh, nothing. Alright. Not again. Oh, great. Oh, shoot. But yeah, like, this is the issue I'm having, like, with Spectrum and why I haven't been streaming. Like, Spectrum Internet has been having problems lately. Anyways, let's continue. So, before I put this back together, like, I'm going to take apart this, and you actually see something. First off, before you do, there is a ribbon cable right here. You want to actually just take it out. So, there's a little tiny black flap right here. Just lift it up, and then just use the ribbon cable. And then just use your tweezers, and just simply... And it comes out pretty easily, like that. That's it. You don't need much force. Now you're right. Now you can unscrew this easily. So just take out this and hold the shell up. And don't hold up the shell like how I'm doing it right now, just for the camera demonstration. Just hold it up mostly like this, so that way you can easily pick up the screws and just place them away. Just put them right there, right in your little container where all the screws are. And we can take this apart. So before I move on to this part of the board, I want to talk about this part. So I actually did break my ZR button a while back. Like, I think you can tell like how loose it is if I just wiggle it around like this. Like, and there's a metal bar right here. So there's a metal bar right here. So if I was just we get a tweezer and pull it out, like, it's really difficult. It's really difficult actually, but I'm gonna put this away from the camera real quickly so we can pull this out. There we go. Got this little metal bar out of there, and now I can easily remove this ZR button. So here's the thing, like, as I think, well, you can see that, I don't know, yeah, it's hard to see, but I broke this button. Like, originally there's supposed to be a tiny piece where it matches up with this hole. It broke off. I got it, because if I were to show you the ZL button real quickly, god damn it, this is the hard part about taking this is one of the harder parts. Oh man, like, this is one of the harder parts about taking out these controllers. And man. There we go. But yeah, basically, if I take out this part, taking out this part is one of the harder things to do. There we go. But yeah, basically, you take out these two parts, and then now you can take out this button easily. Now, compared to the ZL button, like you see how this has actually two holes where you can easily, where this is actually, like, this is intended for this metal piece to slide in so that way it locks, so that way it just locks into position and doesn't wiggle around so much. That's the part that broke on my ZR button, and I'm hoping I can get this replaced soon. I hope I can find a replacement for this. Like, I know that there are some out there, I just haven't been able to get one myself lately. But yeah, that's basically what it is. And now for these buttons, it's easy. These come off easily. Just simply, like, pull back on this right here and then just raise it up, and then pop, and then with the indentation right here, like the indentation right here, you can actually just pop it out easily. There, like, just pull it out from that area, and when you're ready to replace, and when you're replacing the button, just make sure you align it correctly, and then first, like, just place it in like this first, and then snap. It should snap on easily. Like, doesn't need to make a snapping sound, but this actually is easier enough. There you go. Now it's back on. Same thing with the left side. I'm not going to take this. I'll take it apart just for demonstration purposes again. But yeah, this is basically what I'm doing. And then I'm just going to slide this back on. Like, doesn't take too much force. And now let's place these back on. And this is actually one of the harder parts. So the ZO button, you don't need to remember exactly which of these two metal rods go into which one. They both are the exact same length, so you can just slide them back on. Slide it back on with your finger, or like right here, and just push it in once. If I can even get it there. There we go. Now I can just use the tweezer and just have it be applied in there. And now it's in. And yeah, now it's back in there. So now this is back in securely. Same thing with this one. But this one is a lot easier only because of the broken part. I'm gonna get that fixed because it does make, because when I play Mario Kart sometimes with this thing, with the ZL and ZR buttons, it doesn't want to go. It sometimes doesn't register me drifting until a bit later. So that's the reason why these things are very careful. Like, you want to be very careful not to break these, and finding, like, getting replacements for these are a hassle. And I probably should have addressed this at the very start of the stream, but if you're ever going to be opening up your own Pro Controller and you're going to be modifying it yourself, you're avoiding your warranty. I already avoided my warranty already expired for this, and even if I did want to get a replacement, I'm gonna have to actually pay money. So I'm already just taking a risk trying to open this up myself. But anyways, now this part of the show, you got only 2 screws to worry about right here. So which is just right here and right here. That's all. Let's just simply take this out. And then I just simply take it out, and this is the board. Now, here's the thing, like, this is where I actually edit, where I decided to add in, like, this Wii U Pro Controller D-pad. As you can tell, it is a Wii U Pro Controller D-pad. The shell actually, like, this control, the D-pad actually, surprisingly, it was able to fit on this perfectly without an issue. Now, but this button pad though, it's not that, like, the Wii U Pro Controller already has been infamous for having one of the worst Nintendo D-pads out there. And that's largely mostly this thing and the button, and these rubber contacts. I don't know what's with it, to be honest. I still have issues with it myself, and they're supposed to align like this, but it doesn't work like that. So, anyways, that's gonna, and you can also take out these. You can also take out the buttons like this, and these buttons have different shapes and molds, so that way you don't mix it up where they are supposed to actually go. So let's just take these all out real quickly. And like, this is actually a good time to actually clean these if you really need to. Let's put the circuit board aside for now. Like, I'm just gonna place it right here. Just make sure you don't actually lose that or damage it. Anyways, this thing you can actually just simply, like, it's just dusty. Okay, so you can either choose to wash it with soap and water or oil, or just use some alcohol, oh, and cotton pads. As personally, I use alcohol and cotton pads. Now taking out the, like, this is another button pad for the start, with the minus and capture buttons, and now here's the biggest one. Like, if I can, let me get this out real quickly. That I have when I was doing control modding, but the home button actually uses two kinds of buttons. Has two things attached to it. First off, let's just get this out real quickly. This part right here, this is intended to actually hold the button, and this is actually where you can see the LEDs. This is not, like, you have to intentionally break this, because if you want to actually mess it up, but it doesn't bother too much. This one you don't want to actually put it in correctly, because I made this mistake several times. And here we go. And then this is the plus button. So we can just take this out like this. And now with the Switch Pro Controller shell off, let's actually clean this thing. So I got some cotton and pads right here, and then just gonna use some alcohol. And I'm just gonna clean it off. Like, you just need to clean the outer shell. Like, the inner shell, oh, you can leave that perfectly fine alone, unless you have unless you somehow manage to get debris stuck in there. I don't recommend using the alcohol. Rather, just use soap and water. Like, soak this in soap and water, and clean that from there. Then let it dry. Like, then just dry it off like yourself. So this, you're mostly trying to get off, like, oil, debris, whatever it is on there, and this is basically what most effective. And so I'm just gonna clean. So let me just clean this all off. Now this is done. I'm gonna also do the same thing for this back plate right here. So you can also do the same thing for the handles, but realistically, realistically, the handle you can just, like, do as well. But what you can I would recommend doing is just holding it like this mostly. Like, you can still, like, you're still gonna clean out everything, and you're not actually grabbing this thing. So let me just clean this off. And same thing right here. Now, I'm gonna put this down real quickly. So, put this aside, actually. Now, I forgot to mention that you can actually clean your analog sticks. Like, sometimes you would want to use, like, a cotton swab or some canned air. Sometimes I actually, like, get a toothbrush and just scrub inside it, just to clean off any extra debris. Oh no. Not again. Come on. Yeah, this is why I can't stream, like, because Spectrum Internet is being annoying. So, you can get a toothbrush and just take off the sticks and clean it out. Just clean out the insides from whatever gunk is in there. Usually, this works for me. Sometimes this works for me, other times it doesn't, and then I would get a canned air, but because, like, the canned air I have is out, I'm just basically cleaning off with a toothbrush. This Pro Controller right here has some drift issues, but that's mostly due to the debris. Ever since I cleaned it out, like, it doesn't happen as much anymore. And this is basically how I'm cleaning. But, like, don't be too rough. Like, don't do it too harshly. You don't need that much force when cleaning this thing. And yeah, same thing with the right stick. I'm gonna do right here, and eat this thing. How does my webcam keep disconnecting? Waiting for this stuff. Like, I'm just gonna clean off everything. Like, oh yeah, and I should mention, like, there is the thanks to all game fans image right there. I can't really show it clearly because the stream is not really wanting to output it correctly. So yeah, that's cool enough. Well, anyways, cleaning out all this. Then we just place the stick back on. Like, it doesn't matter which side, up or down. Like, as long as you actually align it correctly and it pops and closes in easily. Hey Theo, how's it going? Alright, then just checking to make sure that that's on there correctly. Then let's put the circuit board back. Let's put everything back inside this shell now. Like, let's see. So this is the X button that goes like this. Is it on? Yep, there's the X button. This is where the A button goes. Let's see. This is the Y button that goes up here. You doing good? That's great to know. Oh, alright. Then here's the B button. So, let's place it right there. And then we could just... And then we just place this rubber contact pad on there again. So... Playing Childhood SpongeBob remake? Oh, okay. Cool, so you're playing Battle for Bikini Bottom, like the remake. Nice. Have fun with trying to 100% that, man. Alright, in the meantime, I'm gonna see. Alright, this is the minus button. So this goes right here. Then we... Damn it. Yeah, so lately Spectrum has been having issues, in case that one hasn't... Like, there's a reason, like, I'm dropping frames and having issues streaming, like, I'm streaming at the same bitrate that I usually would. So, it's not, like, it's an ISP issue that's going on right now. Everyone, I think, like, I've seen everyone who actually has Spectrum actually is having issues with it. Like, I'm not even that... And this has been... It's been having some issues lately for me, like when I'm playing online games or even like trying to play the new like Smash Bros. Updates for online, which actually did feel much better to play. I might get back into playing online again. But as of right now, online's still a mess. That's for me. Like, it's not like I don't think it's on Nintendo's end, rather it's on the Spectrum end. Anyways, this part. So this part where you actually have to insert the home button, make sure you insert this piece in first. Then you just place in the home button. Otherwise it's not gonna fit and it falls out easily. So let's just place this back in there. And then you want to actually turn the shell carefully to see if you got it aligned correctly. Sometimes it doesn't go in, so you have to just apply it. So you gotta just try again, and be careful with it. Almost got it on there correctly, so. Let me just. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Spectrum's having issues, so there's a issue. Like, I don't know. It's been happening a lot lately, and there's a reason why I can't stream for very long now. Like, in fact, I couldn't even. I don't think I can even stretch out an hour like an average stream would be. There we go. Got this on. So, and then we just place in this rubber contact pad. Then I'm just gonna place in this start button, which just goes right here. Come on, get in there. There we go. Yeah. And then now you just place it on this board again, and which is like this. So you don't have to worry about it being lined up exact. Like it's very easy to like align it up correctly, and just get a good. Just press these buttons and make sure they all fit. They all are fitting in correctly. And this is a Wii U Pro Controller D-pad right here, so ignore it like how it still fits perfectly fine and it actually works. Just don't expect it to be raised as high as before. First, then you can just screw. Then let's add screws back on. There is a glitch in the game that has been bothering me, and I hope it won't completely ruin it because for 100% in SpongeBob Dream it says I'm clearly missing one sock when it says I'm missing one or two. I even checked. Other people have been having this issue. Yeah, I think this game might have to get patched out for that issue then. Anyways, so I'm gonna just screw this back. And like, do not there's two holes you need to screw in first. Do not and it's this one on the far left and it's this one on the far right that you want to screw in first. Do not bother screwing in the other two. And I hear this game is more broken than the original wall. That's pretty funny. Alright, then what you want to do is don't screw these two parts in because this is actually for these shoulder buttons right here. So just simply place this on. That's a very easy fix, easy thing to put on there, and then just apply the screws. So you can use tweezers if your hands aren't. If you don't know if you got it correctly on or you're having problems. For me, it's not that hard, but you want if you need to use a tweezer, use it. And then pick it. I have to be careful when picking up the screws. Oh shoot. And then there we go. And then just line it and screw it in. And don't forget, let's see, what is it saying? I heard someone complete this game in 3 minutes, or the original takes them 40 something. Wow. Alright. Anyways, a lot of people forget to do this step whenever they do Pro Controller. I've seen a lot of people forget to do this step when Pro Controller modding, but please remember to reattach this ribbon cable, because otherwise you're not going to have the buttons working. Just simply take it out and plug it in there. So you can do it with your finger as well, and then just simply grab it with your tweezers and just push it and shove it in there. Then you don't need it doesn't need to be all the way in there. And then just once it's done, you lock it in, and that's it. Now these buttons are aligned in correctly. And when you really are done, take out, get this part of the Pro Controller and get ready for one of the harder parts of this is just reattaching this ribbon cable. So, but one of the harder parts about reattaching this ribbon cable, and by any chance, if this thing ever does pop back down, make sure it's flipped back up. So just flip it up. You can use your finger and just flip it up like this. It shouldn't. And then you can now place the ribbon cable in there. So it's gonna be hard for me to get this on camera, but let me see if but you can do this with your hands, and it's not that hard. Right here. Alright, and then just use your tweezers to shove it in there a little bit more, or in case you're feeling like it's not in there enough. It shouldn't be that far in. And then once you're done, just lock in the cable. Just apply that lock down, and then now you just simply put these two together. And when you're done, you do want to make sure that everything feels like it's on there. The sticks as well, especially if you're doing Pro Controller modding. If the sticks feel off, then this is where you're gonna have to. And don't screw everything back in yet. Don't place the rest of these screws back in yet. That I have, the screws I have on here. Don't place them back in yet. Instead, what you want to do is just take the battery, just align it in there, and check if every button actually responds to it. So press the A button like that. The A button's responding, and god damn it again! Oh man, there we go. So as you can see, if I press the A button, the LEDs turn on. And if I hit the B button, yeah, this is all just to make sure that these are all working properly. And just for extra measure, I'm gonna grab my Switch real quickly out of the dock. So let me turn this on because I powered it off. I haven't even turned it on yet at all today. They're also hitting some SpongeBob memes into this game. That's cool. That's a good way to test it. Now, this part, you want to actually test if the Pro Controller will connect. So I'm going to press the button, and right there you go. It says it's connected. Now you want to actually go over to the controller and sensors, and then head to calibrate control sticks. So what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to line it like this, and then click down on the stick. And there you go. It's actually working perfectly. Same thing with the other stick. If I click it in, yeah, there you go. I still have all the motions in it. And for good measure, and for another good measure, head to test input devices. And what you want to do is test controller buttons. So you can test the buttons. So L, ZL. Oh, they responded. And I'm going to press the R, ZR, A, B, X, Y, X, up, down, left, right. All in the D-pad work for every single direction is working fine. And then you got right stick clicks, all being red. Then you can test it. These buttons really don't matter too much, but you can test them anyways to make sure. And they are working, as you can see right here. Then let's just hold down a button. So now that you know that this thing is working perfectly fine, you can press the sync button to turn it off. And let me just shut off my Switch real quickly and put it away put it aside for now. So now that you know that that's done, let's go and apply the shell on again. And then we are going to be screwing everything back in. Well, we're not going to put the shell on actually first. You don't forget, you have 5 screws you want to put back in first. So screw number 1 goes in here, and then make sure it's in there. Then you screw it down. There we go. Screw number 2. It's not this one. But make sure you actually remember which screws go where. You don't have to be exact like with these screws, rather the same type of screws that go here. So you got these black screws first. You got these 5 black screws that go in the Pro Controller. One right here, one right here, one right here, which I'm going to do right now. There we go. Then now just turn it. There we go. Then you got another screw that goes right here, so let's place that in there. And now it's in. Then you got 2 more screws here. Now these 2 screws are actually a lot easier to get in, but man, they can be a pain to get out. So they actually go right here between the battery. So it's a tiny hole, but here we go. Just make sure it's aligned in there, and then when you're ready, just screw it in there. It doesn't take much force. Do not actually, and make sure you have a right screwdriver size, otherwise you're going to actually strip these screws and make it really hard to actually take out. So let's screw those in. And then now you just place on this shell, which I just cleaned. And now, because there are 4 silver screws you have, that mine are stuck in there still, so I don't have to worry about those. I can just screw it back in. Let's just screw these. And then I got a silver screw right here because that fell out. And then because that went right here, this is where I'm going to place that silver screw. So then it's kind of hard to see on the camera where my hand is, but there you go. Now all the silver screws are back in there. Then we got now these handles. It's not. Make sure you actually get these on correctly, and make sure you get these handles on correctly. If I can show you, this is the left one. This is the one that goes on the left hand, and this one goes on the right hand. And you want to make sure. And if you did get it on by accident, like, it doesn't go on easily. It shouldn't. It should slide on easily. If one side doesn't work, the other side should go in easily. Like that. Ah, not again, Spectrum. Then we got then let's just screw these back in. So like right here. Screw it in. Like, I would recommend like pulling down the shell, pulling it down like this, and then that way you screw it and then screw it in. So that way it doesn't have a loose feeling when you actually. So that way it doesn't actually have a loose feeling when you basically are holding this controller. Then place the other screw in. And that's it. That's it. Now the Pro Controller is just modded, and like everything's working perfectly fine. And that's basically how this is basically how I'm modding my Pro Controller. I'm sorry about the stream restarting 3 times now because Spectrum is an ass, and Spectrum Internet is being an ass right now. I'm also taking song requests, Theo, if you want to actually request some songs, so feel free to. And for these, I'm just going to store these away in my drawer. Maybe if I can use them for another Pro Controller mod, but as of right now, I think I'm going to actually stick with these PlayStation thumbsticks. That I actually took from an 8-bit Do controller. But yeah, this is actually going to be how I mainly have the Pro Controller sticks now. They're gray PS4 like thumbsticks, and then I got a Wii U Pro Controller D-pad. Probably want, if I can get some extra colored buttons, I'm definitely going to replace this DR button. But that's basically how you would open up an official Switch Pro Controller. But anyways, let's move on to another one. This PowerA controller. I have never actually opened one of these before, so this is actually going to be a first time for me as well. So let's get this out of the way. So I got some batteries in here. And then we'll just get this back cover off. Well, let's just place these right there. And then let's open it up. Do exclamation mark song request and then just paste in that link. That's it. Like, exclamation mark song request space, then add the link. That's it. That's all you need to do. So that's screw number 1. Let's put that aside right there. Screw number 2. And yes, these are all Phillips heads, so don't worry about it. Just remember this, that if you do ever open up any of your controllers, you are indeed voiding your warranty. HBox uses it in his streams. I'm sure it's fine. Well, just request it then. Like, just do exclamation mark song request, because... Ooh, Mick Gordon, alright. Yeah, alright, this is a Mick Gordon song. I heard it before. Like, he also did Killer Instinct, so I've been playing Killer Instinct music already. Anyways, here we go. That's screw number 4. Falls out easily. Then we got 4 more at the bottom. Right here, here, and here. So let's just take these out. I have been meaning to open up this controller for some time now, actually, because I just wanted to clean it up. Anyways, that's screw number 4. 5, actually. No, not 4. That's 5. This is screw number 6. Screw number 7. There you go. Wow, I'm surprised that the screw actually did land up like this. And then screw number 8. This is the last one. There we go. Here we go. Now we can just take this apart, but how do I do this? Oh, here we go. This is a little bit tricky, actually. Here we go. Popping off the shell is almost done. There we go. Now that the shell's popped off, I can actually... Now, I don't think... Let's see. So I can take these off easily. Yeah, I think. Damn, that's actually stuck on there. Okay, so I think... Wait, as you guys can see, like, there's these 4 pegs right here, so I'm not going to take this off. Like, I'm just going to leave these alone. Oh, but... Just... push this button back actually in. There we go. Now I can hit this button. Now this button can hit easily. And look at this. It doesn't look too bad. Alright, let's take out this motherboard. So I think there's 3 screws, so we gotta take out. So let's take out this one. This screw at the end. I'm separating these in case... Well... What's your opinion on the recent Smash update? Definitely a lot better playing online. It's definitely a lot better to play online in my experience, but because Spectrum is being a jack right now, like, it's not, like, super good for me right now. I'm just hoping that it's a step closer in the right direction, and for the online, it's much better, like, matchmaking. But outside of that, I don't know too much about it. But, alright, Small Battlefield, that was an unexpected surprise. And I'm actually liking that. Ooh. I should have been more careful with that. Alright. Whatever. So, this is the D-pad, and damn, this is actually crazy. Let me just get the other buttons that fell out, though. Where did it go? Oh, here's one. That's it. I think that was it. Like, no, or, that's a few of them. Can't lose. That's, oh, okay. Yeah, so basically this is actually it, the entire board itself. And wow, alright, so taking out this whole thing, let's drop it all out. So taking apart this thing, you can actually see that they actually had some parts where you can actually add in a rumble here. I wonder actually, now that I think about it. I have a broken power A controller right here. Maybe I can actually add it. Oh, I can! Look at that! But it doesn't look like it's gonna fit on perfectly. Yeah, this is interesting. I can actually add in some extra weight to this controller then. And I think. Yeah, let's actually do that. See if I can actually. Yeah, Small Battlefield is basically a smaller version of, it's like a smaller version of PS2. And that's what I can agree with. No, I don't think these weights are actually going to make the shell close. Those. I don't think so. These weights are going to make the shell close. Let me see something real quickly. I'm gonna just simply peel off this thing carefully. Alright, here we go. Let's see this. Yeah, I think this actually is gonna work. I think this could actually work. Or HBox says on Twitter that it should replace Lylat. I don't think it should outright replace Lylat. Fear M3E. Hey, thanks for the follow. Oh, and how are you doing today? Alright. So yeah, I think this could actually work if I place in these added weights that were on the older PowerA the wired controllers. So I think these could work. Then we just what did I do again? Yeah, how are you doing today? Hey, let's see. Let me see if I could just close this up real quickly. Test this out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna actually have to take out this part in order for it to fit. So it's gotta be careful. Let's see. Screwed. So taking out this. The coolest thing in the update is you can choose any music in Final Destination. Yeah, that's actually one thing I really liked as well. So I think a lot of people are gonna be playing something like Megalovania, or like one of the other meme-worthy songs in the stage on the stage in tournament now, like as grand final stage music. All right, let's see. This works. And now let's see if this shell will close up. No, it's not working, huh? Oh, there we go. Something close enough. Oh, now Nightbot's being an asshole. Oh. Alright, hold on. Nightbot's actually not working, so I gotta log back into it real quickly. Oh, never mind. I just had to reauthorize that. What the hell? Hello? Nightbot. Not again. Hopefully we're back. Oh my god. Sorry about that. It's just Nightbot. My internet, again, Spectrum is being an asshole. Like, but yeah, I think this actually is gonna work. Also, what the heck? God damn it. Webcam disconnected. Oh, come on! Are you kidding me? Let's see. What school are you attending, buddy? Hey, I'm actually attending Rio Hondo. Shoot. Alright, hopefully this back up quickly. God damn it. Again. There we go. I am attending Rio Hondo. Yeah. Alright, hopefully I'm back. Alright, anyways, let's continue with this controller modding. Alright, so I'm going to look at this board right here, actually, and I actually have been having issues lately, so let's pop this stick out. Man, it's really stuck on there. What the heck? There we go. Huh, so these... Alright. Yeah, it has been. Like, Spectrum has been horrible lately. Like, oh god. Okay, so basically, now looking at these sticks, I think these are the exact same sticks that, like, these stick boxes, I wonder, I have like one of those, this. Oh, god, dropped it. Alright, I have this GameCube stick, let's see. I'm using their internet security and doesn't let me update OBS or Roblox. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's an issue that happened to me lately as well. What I would do, Game Crossing, like, whoever it is, how would I update OBS, because it doesn't let you directly update from the actual software itself. Just download it off the website again. That's what I did, like, before. And I don't know about Roblox. Alright. Ooh, this might actually be interesting. This is actually a bit interesting, but... Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at this. Hopefully you get... You're getting stuck. You're not getting full range of motion. You're stuck, basically. That... Alright, so this is out of the question, sadly. So I can't use this right here. Maybe I can use it on this side, though, if I can pop it out. There we go. Pops out easily. Okay, but it's a lot more difficult. This might actually work, but we'll have to see something real quickly. Let's take out this shell real quickly. The metal parts came out again. Alright, let's just put these aside for now. And apply this on real quickly. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Look at that. Like, if I were... Let me just... Oh. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, yeah. Okay, hey, Wizard. Yeah. Very proud of you, dude. Hey, thanks. Okay, so, yeah, this is actually not gonna work. Sadly. Look at that. That's no good. That's no good. That's not what we want. So, looks like we can't have the sticks like this. Which would have been cool, though, if we could. Alright. But that's gonna be... So, I guess that's out of the question. Anyways. Come on, out. Little... There we go. Alright, here we go. So, let's just pop this out real quickly again. And let's put these sticks back on. But let me first clean this off. Like, I don't know what's with it. I'm gonna clean the stick boxes with it. Like, you can use a toothbrush, you can use, like, a Q-tip. I'm using a toothbrush because I can get in there, get in these little small dents a lot easier. I don't know, like, lately, this controller has been acting a little bit weird with the sticks, but this is one way I would say clean the sticks if they don't work. But for me, it's been working perfectly fine with just some stick issues with not being, like, realigning in the center. That's all it really has. I'm gonna have to get off in 2 minutes. I have a meeting. All right, man. Well, thanks, Wizard, for dropping by. Hope have fun at that meeting you have to go to. Oh, and hey, thanks, man. All right. So now we can just put these sticks back on. It doesn't matter which of these sticks go on there because they're the exact same stick. And there we go. So we still got the exact same range of movement. And now these button pads, I think I could just leave these alone, but they're pretty dusty. Like, look at, like, I don't know if any of you can see that, but there's some dust powder on there. I'm gonna clean that off real quickly. Like, take this time to, like, if you're definitely taking apart your Pro Controller, definitely take some time to actually clean it off. Like, taking out apart controllers actually is a good chance to clean off other stuff. Now, I don't know about these buttons. I'm going to leave these alone because I don't know what I'm going to do with this part of it. I don't want to actually risk breaking anything, especially considering that there's cables right here that you have to solder on if you are going to be taking this out. So I'm just going to leave this alone. We're just going to leave it like how it is right now. And let's just place... And then let's look at this. Like, this back part of the shell, it doesn't look too bad. This small piece here. Let me see what this is. Actually, where's the tweezers I had? Oh, here it is. Let's see. Ooh, shoot. There we go. Come on. Forget it. I think... Oh, okay, so this part actually... This small plastic part here, that is where this LED is supposed to be. So, like, when you actually map a macro to it. Alright, anyways, let's put this back all together. And you shouldn't be able to mess up where the buttons go, because they actually have little small indents on where they are supposed to go and what the shape of these are. So this is the A button, so it should be aligned like this. And now the A is on there, as you can see. Let's place these other ones on. B. Yeah, you can't possibly mess this up. Like, alright, the X button goes right here. Put that on upside down. There we go. And now the Y button. Alright, here we go. Now, this D-pad. This is actually very interesting. Like, the D-pad is actually fairly huge. Like, in fact, look at this. Like, look at this D-pad, actually. It's actually slanted a bit. Like, I'm holding it straight, and it's actually a bit slanted. Like, look at that. Like, that is so interesting on how they designed this controller for the D-pad. And why possibly it's actually much better, I think. I mean, for hitting like directions like this, it's raised fairly high, and because of the D-pad actually not being like perfectly parallel, like looking at it, yeah, this this part is, the top part is actually raised higher a bit, so you can't actually mess. So then, like, when I guess you put this on, yeah, looks like it's perfectly normal. That's interesting. Something to see. All right, now let's put on these other buttons. This is the plus button. I think this goes here, right? Yeah, that goes there. This is the capture button, so obviously the square button goes there. Let's see. This is the, what is it? Minus. Okay. This is the minus button, so that goes there. Now, where is the home button? Where is it? Actually, did it fall or something? This is one of the things I hate. Sometimes I forget about when I'm doing controller modding. I don't see it. That's weird. Also, it was dropped somewhere. It was in there. Definitely one. Well, taking that apart, so I can't have lost that. Ow! I'm an idiot. It's right there. I didn't even. I'm such an idiot. It was just right here. Okay. Alright, there we go. So then we got now everything. Alright, so there we go. Now I can just place this back on carefully. Slide that in. There we go. Let's see. Nope. Gotta apply a little bit of pressure in there. There we go. Now it's working. There we go. Sometimes, and just being aware that if these sticks actually do rub against them somewhere, like anywhere on when you're spinning it around in a full circle, if it gets stuck anywhere, do apply a little pressure downwards to it, so that way it actually, you know that it's actually on, like it's secured on there, like how it originally was. Otherwise, you have an issue. Otherwise, it's not gonna. Otherwise, you're gonna get it stuck somewhere. All right, here we go. Let's just place this on. Let's place this screw in here, and let's just screw this back in carefully. And now we can just let go of our finger and just place the other screws back in. It's not that bad. Let's see. Then place this. Oh shoot. And then placing this last screw in. My God. Just make sure if you actually have a screw like this, like make sure it's actually aligned straight. And if it doesn't align straight in the hole, like just use the screwdriver and align it up carefully, and then it should go, and then you can just screw it in easily. Alright, now this part. One of the trickier parts is trying to get this metal, getting this metal in correctly. And then we got this. Oh shoot. So here we go. Let's see. I gotta make sure I align this correctly. Then we got this part of the shell. Just be careful when you're aligning up this again. Just hope this closes, but it doesn't look like it is, even though it's a lot heavier now. But let's just take this out real quickly. And then, let's see, place that in there. Okay, so I don't think it's actually the issue. I think the issue is actually with this metal part right here. I think it's this metal right here that actually is too big, because I can actually close, because if I close the shell like this carefully, I can actually close the shell completely. So I'm gonna leave this in like this, and then let's just screw it back in. Oh, never mind, actually. Never mind. I can't actually put this metal in. And there's actually a good reason. Like, look at this. Like, original travel distance. That's actually, you basically are hinder. It's basically adding in extra distance to hit this button where they should be even. And so I'm not doing. So I'm gonna actually have to take that apart then real quickly. Just take it out. So that scraps that idea on trying to add in extra weight to it. Maybe someone else can find another solution to add in some extra weight to this, but as of right now, I think, yeah, there we go. This actually has a lot less travel, a lot less distance, and when you press down, it's almost instant, and just like how it was before. Then to double check that everything is aligned and working properly, let's get the switch out again and turn. So let's first. There you go. This Pro Controller is actually working. Let's get the switch out real quickly. Again. Now, because the switch light is because this Pro Controller can actually turn on the switch, let's test that that is working properly. There you go. Now, let's just check something. Controllers, calibrate control sticks. You got all the motion right there. Yep, that's working perfectly fine, but that's working perfectly fine. All right. Now test input devices. L. All right, that's being read. R. ZL. ZR. B. Y. X. A. That's all being read. Clicking in the sticks. All right. Up, down, left, and right. Yep. All are working perfectly. So, and then we got plus and minus, which, yep, they got red as well. What's it? All right. All right. This is working perfectly fine now. So let's just take out. Let me just take out these batteries, so that way we don't have to worry about too much about. And let's add screws back in. Alright, let me just put the switch away real quickly. Alright, screw number 1 goes back in. God damn it. Come on, get in there. There we go. Alright, there's screw number 1 back in there. It's a little bit tricky, but I think that should be secured in. Screw number 2. Whoa. Whoa, okay. Also, I do have channel points if anyone wants to redeem something. Like, I got some rewards. Like, you can make me dab for 3,000. I got, like, make me run an ad for, like, what, 1.5k? If anyone wants to do that. Let's see something. Alright. Now let's move on to the next few ones. Let's see, I already got those 2 screws in. Let's place in this one here. And there we go. That's screw number 3 back in there. Screw number 4. There we go. Got a little worried about that, thinking, I didn't screw it in correctly. Let's see. Screw number 5, no, 6, no, this is 5. Alright, there we go. Alright, here we go. Next screw. Next one is this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I got screwed up. I think I screwed this up. Okay, I wasn't intending for a pun, but I did. Okay. There we go. Now that's in there. This one. This one, I think I'm gonna have to actually... Yeah, I think I messed up this one screw. Oh well. Whatever. Everything else, perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine, I think. Because if I put these batteries in and then just close it up. Yeah, everything's working fine, as you can see. Like, the LEDs just turn on. Alright, I'm just gonna have to get used to... Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna be able to see that. Oh well. Now, I think I should get onto another controller mod. Like, why not? And because I have an original GameCube controller stick. Like, it's in a little bit messed up condition, as you can see right here. But whatever, I'm gonna go with that. I'm just gonna go with this. Wait, this one, I'm actually gonna use a different. I actually need something different. And what I'm actually gonna need is not like. I'm gonna put these aside for now. Let me just there. So I'm actually gonna need a different screwdriver actually, and not a lot of people have these. Actually, you're gonna need a tri-wing screwdriver. Like, it's basically kind of like 3 prongs. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see on this camera. I really do want to apologize about that. Anyways, let's just take these out. There we go. Got one screw. And, yep, this one actually has a magnetic tip, I guess you can say, so that way it comes out easily with it. So now, just taking out these screws. Come on. There we go. Let's take out this. Let's take this. And there it is. There it fell. Now, I do have the Smash Ultimate GameCube controller. It's not that much. While I personally don't use it, I don't mind having it. Like, I actually use this for Dolphin emulation. A lot, except for Smash Bros. Melee, which I actually used the freaking PlayStation 1 pad. Like, I used I actually use this PlayStation 1 controller. Like, I use this PlayStation 1. And it's with an adapter, which I don't know where it is right now, actually. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend time trying to find it right now, because I want to just get over this part. And here we go. So that's 6 silver screws you want to take out with the tri-wing screwdriver, and this thing comes off easily. Like, now, I want to make note of some. I want to make some notes of something. Like, first off, with this thing, with these kinds of game controllers, you want to be careful with. You want to actually be careful, like when you're placing this shell back on, and have these sliders back up. Otherwise, if you have them down right here, you're gonna actually get an analog input, which is something you don't want. And you also want to be very careful right here, like right here. There's no screw that like there's nothing holding down the C stick. You want to be very careful when you take this apart. In fact, there's no screws that are holding this thing together. Like, there's no screws holding this thing together, so you're gonna have to be very careful. Like, oh god, I need to be very careful myself with this. There we go. You could just push down on a button, I forgot, like, and then it'll help pop it out. So yeah, this is actually the entire board itself. I'm not gonna do like controller. I'm not gonna do board modding because I'm not experienced in that in the slightest. So don't ask. So this is just something I'm mostly done with basic stuff. Anyways, so this part. So what you can do so right here, this is a Wii nunchuck stick, which is something I prefer. But if you want, like, for the sake of this, I'm gonna actually just put this back on real quickly, and then I can also, and for fun, actually, you know what? Let's do this instead. Let's be a little bit weird with this. So apply a C stick right here, and apply the actual control stick on this. Apply the actual control stick onto this part of the board. And yes, this actually will work. Like, then we just simply slide it back on. Like, nothing really happened. And then let's just close this up just for small kicks. Just keep in mind these two sliders. You want to actually remember to keep them up, put them up while you're actually applying this part of the shell again. So, seriously, get in there. There we go. And now we can test it out. It sort of works. This part, it's perfectly fine, but really, why would you do this though? Like, why would you actually do this? If I may be completely honest, like, I don't know why you would do this, like, exactly this, but like having two C-sticks, I can see that, but this one, it rubs against the shell a bit, and from what I'm feeling right now. I think I could even show it, like, right here. Like, right here in the up position, if I can get it. If I can get this bit on camera a bit. There we go. Yeah, it's actually rubbing against the shell right here. And so it's actually not... So it's actually going to cause an unpleasant feeling, but going downwards, I don't feel it too much, but anyways, that's basically the issue on what I have with it. So anyways, let's just swap these back out. Oh. Anyways, and yes, you can actually use a Wii nunchuck stick. Like, this is what I personally prefer in my GameCube controller, like over the official stick itself. Well, and then I'm gonna take these off. Like, I'm gonna show something. Like, this D-pad, I think it's the exact same as a Game Boy Advance D-pad, if I'm correct. Like, from what I recall, people actually did say that this is the exact same D-pad. Right, so it's actually kind of cool that they did that, but at the same time, it's a bit like, it's tiny. So what are you honestly expecting of this? The buttons really don't have much to go off of. Anyways. Alright, let's close this up. Let's actually close this up real quickly, so... Oh, I forgot. Forgot this. I'll line this back up real quickly. Alright, here we go. And then we just simply apply this right there. There we go. I don't think it feels that bad. Alright. Oh, shit. Did I mess something up here? Let me just find this right there. Small loop. Hopefully this works. I think it's working perfectly fine. Yeah, I think this is actually fit. I think this is actually working out. But there's one way to be sure, but... Alright, actually... Time to actually pull this out again, and actually... What I'm gonna do instead... I actually have a wireless GameCube controller adapter right here. God damn, Spectrum's an asshole. Oh my god. Alright, so anyways, I got this GameCube controller adapter. Wireless game controller adapter working. Yeah, I think. I need to turn this on correctly. Oh my god. Here we go. There we go. Transfer slash order. Just pairing this up now. There we go. Damn, what the heck? That's weird. Alright, we got an issue with this thing then. Let's take it apart. Let's see what the heck is this issue then. Alright, here we go. Let's try this again. It's always trial and error you gotta do, so just make sure that whenever doing controller modding like this, you gotta be careful. Hopefully this works this time. Sometimes it's just the circuit board that isn't aligned correctly, and there's an issue, and that causes issues. Alright, here we go. Try this again. Plug this in. Turn it on. Is the adapter broken, or... I don't know. Let's try this instead. Plugging this in. Let's get my actual GameCube controller adapter real quickly. And let's plug this in. Yep, this is it. Alright. This is perfect. Yeah, this is actually perfectly fine. It's just the I think it's just the adapter itself for... I think it's just this adapter itself for the GameCube controller, and... I can never take apart my controllers. It's too scary. Hey Duos, how's it going? And yeah, I don't blame you. This is actually a scary thing to do, like for first timers. But I can tell you something. This is actually one of the easiest to take apart. Like, all you need to do is just, like, it's very simple too. Like, as I already took out the 6 screws you need, and then this board comes out. It just comes out. Like, there's nothing holding it in. Just simply just apply your fingers right here, and then just it pops out like that. That's all it does. Oh, God. But, yeah, how you doing today, Duos? There we go. Now that this is back on, let's just screw everything back in, and then that should be it. Yeah, because I think like this adapter, this wireless adapter right here, I think it's actually I think this thing itself is busted. Yeah, I think this adapter itself that's busted. Let's try this again real quickly. Resync it up. Yeah, there we go, see? Yeah, I think the adapter was just busted a bit, so I had to just repair everything. Repair it again, so now it's actually working perfectly fine. And this thing cost me like, I don't remember how much it cost me, I think like $9? I don't exactly remember. I bought it at a Fry's, like, at a Fry's Electronics, so that was the reason. Anyways, this is actually gonna be it. I think that's gonna be it for this one. And so I just need to screw everything back in. And let me just shut off my switch. Let's put this away. Here we go. Let's put these screws back in. So it's not that bad, but definitely if someone is like, if you're gonna be modding like a controller, like with a Nintendo controller, except for the Switch Pro controller, you're always gonna need like one of these tri-wing screwdrivers. Which right now the screw is dangling right there. There we go. Screw that in, and there we go. And there we go. Let's just screw these. We're almost done. And I think that's gonna be basically it for this. Come on. There we go. Well, yeah, that's basically it. That's all it takes, and now this controller is working perfectly fine again. And I remember like I remember seeing drift issues for controllers. Definitely do take it apart and then clean it out is what I would do to fix drift. That's basically it. Now, this thing. Oh god, this thing. I don't like this thing sometimes, and I don't like taking apart this thing sometimes, even though like right here this actually has the Switch Pro controller D-pad, which somehow managed to fit inside it perfectly. So I decided to use it on this Switch Pro controller, on the Wii U Pro controller. Then there's also the fact that, well, as I said before, that the battery right here, it's actually like this battery right here. This is actually the Nintendo Switch battery in here. I'm not joking. This is actually the Nintendo Switch Pro controller battery, and it's crazy how this actually is working. Like, and it still turns on. Like, it still turns on the controller. Like, I'm not taking this apart because, like, I hate taking this thing apart sometimes. Like, I originally only took this apart when modding the Wii U. When modding my Switch Pro controller to add in these sticks, when I found out, no, these are not gonna work. Like, they stick to the shell, underneath it. Like, I don't even get to the edge, so it's an internal issue. So it's an internal issue that is going on in this controller that I can't fix. that I can't do. So that's why my actual Switch Pro controller right now has these PS4 thumbsticks, and I actually prefer it like that. So yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this one. I mostly enjoyed doing this, and I'm definitely planning. Like, I'll probably do this again, kind of stream again once I get like new parts, and then just modify my Pro Controller and just test it out like on the stream live. But yeah, this is mostly just a stream I'm doing for fun, to play, to just do some modding, and an excuse for, and also it's a good excuse for me to actually start streaming because I like doing this kind of stuff, and it's fun. And now that I'm done, I'm just putting these away. And then I just put this toothbrush away. I'll put it in my drawer because I'm using it to clean out the controllers. But not actually, you don't really need to keep this. Just make sure that you clean this before you do start Pro Controller modding. And well, that's gonna be it for this stream. Like on me doing the Pro Controller mods. I hope you all had a good time, because certainly this was actually a lot more fun to do than I thought. But I'm really sorry that by internet, because my god, Spectrum is not wanting to cooperate sometimes. With that said, hope you all had hope you all had a good day. This has been Viral BMX. I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll see you all next time. See ya.